Hey everyone, Will Brink here. So hopefully this will be the last video on this particular topic about the status of the Alpha Joe. Hopefully I get on to some new videos not talking about this, but keep everybody in the loop what's going on. And like I say, hopefully this is the last video. So, start a supplement company, they said, Will. It'll be fun, Will. Go and do that. Yeah. Well, anyway, one of the reasons over the 30 years I've been in the business that a regular question I would get from people was, how come you never, did your own product or started your own thing? And because it would seem like a natural. And well, honestly, this is one of those reasons because it can be unpredictable. Now, obviously, couldn't have foreseen the COVID situation, but whether it's COVID or something else, if you're in this business in one respect or another, stuff comes up like whatever shortages of materials or whatever. So, one of the reasons I never made that step is because I knew it would be potentially stressful. So here's the situation. As I said last week, so product was done, product in the warehouse. We were just waiting for testing results. I did not understand why the test results were taking so long. They normally take like a week, and I had even paid for expedited. I paid quite a bit extra for expedited testing. It was supposed to be like 48 hours. And, here we are. So here's the situation. And I don't want to jinx it by saying we will, we'll have it to the back orders that we owe people out. So there's a couple of things going on here. One of them is the labs, like basically every business out there. And I'm sure many of you, whatever business you're in, will be able to identify with this, is that staffing is really hard these days. And the labs apparently are facing the same problem. And I'm sure, I hope you, whoever watching this wants to put some comments below. If whether you run a restaurant, whether you run a warehouse, no matter what, I am sure that you know exactly what I'm talking about as far as that's concerned. So one thing I was told, one of the big delays in these tests was just staffing. The labs are just really shorthanded and they're all backed up, regardless of my expedited costing. The second issue, now I'm going to tell you something that I don't think anybody else in this business would ever tell you because it could be taken the wrong way. But the product was tested by the lab finally, and it failed. Now, what happened? So as I told you, we go way above and beyond with NutraBio and stuff for this testing. So what happens? The raw materials are all tested individually, separately before it goes into the bottle. And then once it's in the bottle, it's tested again. Now, the raw materials all tested fine as expected, but the final test while in the bottle, once mixed, actually failed. And where did it fail? It was short on the creatine, supposedly. Now, we really don't think, we actually think this was probably a lab error. And so do they, because this is never, NutraBio is obviously knows how to put products together. There's really no explanation for why the product would come up short on creatine. But again, that is the level of testing that's being done here. So it has to be retested. I hate to say that. And if it comes up short again, here's what I've done. I have run a second run of product that is sitting there. So I've got two runs at quite a bit of expense here out of pocket. But what we've done is did a second run. So if that product comes back, if it does genuinely come back short on creatine, I will already have another entire pallet of 1,000 bottles sitting there ready to go either way. So the good news is there are some good news here. I know it's really annoying, and I appreciate your patience in the situation waiting for this product because I'm not happy. I mean, obviously, I'm really not happy about it either for obvious reasons. A, I use it, and I don't have any either, as I said in the last video, and I'm out of creatine, and I can't even make my own batch. Two, I've got, I'm doing this new product, a new business that I want people to enjoy. I'm trying to grow it, and it now, it's sitting in a warehouse, and that is really making me, frankly, not happy at all. But the good news is, A, I was able to get plenty of creatine and I should be able to have regular creatine, which is a big deal because if anybody's looked for creatine, anybody will tell you the planet worldwide is really short on creatine. It's hard to get. So I will also have lots of product, more than enough product that we will not have this problem again. At least 1,000 bottles, if not 2,000. You say I did a double run just in case this whatever, for whatever reason, this does not test out properly again. But I don't think it will. Most of them are just, it's going to go to a different lab. And like I say, the labs are really short staffed and, errors. Lab testing is, of course, a science, but there's also a lot to the knowing what you're doing as a lab tech and all that. There is, it's not a simple process, especially when you're testing blends. Again, when you're testing single ingredients, it's a lot easier. But when you start testing multi-ingredient products, it gets a bit more complicated. So, good news is creatine. I think I've taken care of the buffer problem as far as having plenty in stock once this all gets smoothed out. And again, I don't know if anybody else in the business that would basically, publicly tell you that they had a product tested and failed. But here we are. So that's, I've called other companies to the carpet over the years for poor testing. And, and as I've told you that we really go way above and beyond industry requirements and standards for testing because, again, that's my personal focus and interest as always. What I've, of course, hopefully become to be known for all these years of recommending and putting my money where my mouth is, so to speak, in quality products and testing and all that. And testing, again, is expensive. It adds up. So when you're testing, when you've got to test all the separate ingredients, then retest the final product and so forth, and then have to redo it when something doesn't come out to spec, well, like I say, it starts to add up pretty fast. So that is the current situation. We should have good news by this next week. Get tests back, ship the 1,000 bottle pallet, minimum 1,000 bottle pallet, if not two, to the distributor, and then we will be getting out people's back ordered products and new products because we obviously have people ordering. So about half the order will go right out because it's basically we owe it to people. So and I will try to, as I said, one of my thoughts is I would like to maybe do like a monthly or maybe even more often, but at least like a monthly free seminar with those that are on the monthly program, and we could have some really interesting conversations and maybe cover some studies and all that. So that is the current situation. I will. This video will be shipped out, sent out to the list to want to know what's going on because I want to keep everybody in the loop. And I will, like I say, I hope the next email that goes out will be to say that the product is in the distribution and will be getting shipped out shortly. So that's it. So thanks for hanging in there, everybody, and I'll see you all later.